Quantum manifestation, how your attention shapes reality. You should know that we're constantly manifesting, whether consciously or unconsciously, we all manifest. Matter itself is a form of the manifestation of energetic frequencies in the quantum field. Scientists call this a collapse of the wave function. Before we begin, don't forget to join our community of motivated entrepreneurs by subscribing to the channel so you don't miss the exclusive videos coming soon. Also, be sure to grab your free training in the description. It's free. To take a bit of a step back, let's start from the beginning. On a human scale, we use our five senses to interact with and feel the environment around us. The five senses we possess as human beings are sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. These five senses allow us to live our daily lives, to experience, learn, and evolve. They allow us to form the link between the external environment and our internal environment. In essence, our body is an extremely sophisticated machine equipped with senses, like sight, for example, that transmit external signals, in this case, light, so our brain can analyze them and turn them into a clear image of the environment as we see it. This allows us to move around freely. Similarly, touch allows us to link our fingers to the object we're touching, and smell allows us to detect things we cannot see. But all these things that we perceive through our senses, visible light, odors, or sensations, are all fundamentally energetic frequencies. Our body itself is fundamentally a set of energetic frequencies, just like everything that makes up our world: trees, plants, water, or air. To understand this, we have to go beyond our senses, beyond what is visible, because we need to dive into the infinitely small, the subatomic realm, which is the quantum world. I'll remind you right now that everything we'll discover here is physics and chemistry, not magic. Everything we perceive on a human scale, like the water we drink, the air we breathe, even the composition of our bodies and brains, is made up of molecules. That is, everything is composed of molecules assembled in various ways to create everything we know on the human scale. Water, for example, corresponds to the molecule H2O. Now, it's important to know that these same molecules also have their own composition, made up of atoms joined together to form the molecule. For example, the water molecule is composed of two hydrogen atoms bonded to one oxygen atom by covalent bonds. These atoms themselves are also made of something, and that's where we go deeper into the quantum world, where matter seems to take shape. At that scale, physicists observed that atoms were made of a central nucleus, surrounded by electrons moving around in a vast field of energetic frequencies. This energetic field around the atom's central nucleus constitutes about 99.9% of the atom's surface, meaning that nearly all of the atom, 99.9% of it, is actually composed of energy and information, or energetic frequencies. This field of energetic frequencies is a constant field of information. That is, without this field of energy, the atom wouldn't have the necessary information to form itself, so it wouldn't have a shape. It would be chaos. Essentially, this energy is what maintains order. After this discovery, researchers quickly observed that the electrons orbiting the atom's nucleus in this vast field of energy behaved in a totally unpredictable way. It was impossible to predict where and when the electrons would appear. They didn't seem to be bound by the same physical laws we know on a human scale. For example, we're subject to gravity and space-time, and thus can't be in two places at once. But in the quantum world, it doesn't seem to work that way. Researchers soon discovered what is called wave-particle duality, or wave-matter duality, showing that the particle of matter, the electron, does not take shape as long as it does not receive the energy necessary to manifest, such as the attention of an observer. This discovery was notably made by physicists Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg in 1991, called the Copenhagen interpretation, which discusses this uncertainty relationship in the subatomic realm. In the subatomic, or quantum world, everything seems to already exist simultaneously in the form of infinite probabilities. It is only when an observer focuses their attention on some material thing they want to find that the invisible energy field collapses, revealing a particle of matter we call an electron. In fact, matter seems to form starting from the moment its frequency slows down. That is, the wavelength increases, making it almost static and forcing it to adopt a single state or to create a particular probability. To explain it more simply, imagine that in the quantum world, space and time don't exist, and that all conceivable possibilities already exist in the form of infinite probabilities. That is, everything, without exception, already exists. Then on a human scale, when we devote our attention, our energy, by focusing intently on something we want to find in the physical world, we force a probability to emerge, and that's how matter seems to take shape. Lavoisier used to say, "Nothing is lost, nothing is created, everything is transformed." Therefore, the phenomenon of manifestation isn't magic but physics. The energy, which is our attention, in other words, our thoughts and our gaze, seems to emit a specific frequency, transmitting invisible information into the quantum field and providing the information and energy necessary to trigger a collapse of the wave function, thereby forcing a probability to emerge according to our intention. Many modern and ancient physicists and philosophers explain this by saying that in the zero field, where everything begins, the frequency is extremely high and the wavelength is very short. Then bit by bit, the frequency slows down and the wavelength increases. And that's how matter takes shape. That's why in ancient Hermetic texts from Egypt to Greece, we find quotes such as, "Everything in the universe is vibration. The reality you perceive is a reflection of the frequency at which you vibrate." Or, "Nothing is still. Everything moves, everything vibrates." We see the same kind of quotes from numerous physicists like Nikola Tesla, who stated that if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. These same writings and ideas have been shared and found throughout many other civilizations of all eras. It seems we're just gradually rediscovering what had been understood long ago. Thus, matter simply appears to be the slowest form of frequency. Likewise, matter is also a form of vibration, slowed to the point that it appears motionless on the human scale. But just as we manifest our lives on a daily basis, the goal is not simply to learn how to manifest, because we're already doing so every day. The real goal is to learn how to manifest what we desire. That is, how to succeed in aligning our desires with our thoughts. The problem many people face when trying to manifest is that they cannot align their thoughts with their desires, creating an incoherence. For example, someone wants to be rich, but deep down doesn't believe it at all. Or a person tells themselves every day that they are courageous, yet deep down, they don't feel the emotions of courage, thus creating an incoherence. Hence, one of the secrets to successful manifestation is establishing coherence between thoughts and emotions, between the brain and the heart. That is, you must combine a clear intention with an elevated emotion. This combination emits the vibratory frequency aligned with your desire. By aligning clear intention with an elevated emotion, we emit a vibrational signal that matches what we truly want, causing the desired probability in the quantum field to emerge. Yet this coherence doesn't stop there. It must also be established through your daily actions. Although you can manifest anything you desire, you need biological coherence for it to work. For example, if a person spends all day procrastinating, they will never have the automatic thoughts associated with an entrepreneurial desire. You have to embody in your thoughts, but also in your actions, the changes you want to see in your life. You have to make sure your actions align with your thoughts. That's how you manifest. Although we can attract the events we choose by aligning ourselves with the frequency of our desire, we still have to seize the opportunity when it comes to us. We also have to make room for it to manifest. Remember, the particle of matter, the electron, takes form when an observer pays attention to it. But as soon as the observer looks away and takes their thoughts off the electron, it disappears and becomes energy again. Now understand that attention is all your conscious and automatic thoughts, as well as your gaze. So if you constantly focus your attention on your past, on your mistakes, on your old self, on limiting beliefs, or on toxic people, you're continually feeding that form of reality and therefore have less energy available to create your desired future. If you want to manifest your dream future, you have to reinvent yourself, and that starts with changing your habits. Albert Einstein said, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So you need to change your habits and begin taking the actions your new self would take. That is, you need to start acting and thinking like the person you want to become, just like actors do. You must embody the character you want to be. A good actor fully inhabits the character they're playing because that's the only way to make the emotions real and to genuinely convey the energy of the role. It's the same in life. You need to embody the new person you want to become. You have to be what you desire in order to become what you want. It's mathematics. If you do day-to-day actions and sustain thoughts that align with your chosen goal, you will become that person and automatically move toward that goal because you are aligned with it. When I mention the actor who inhabits the character in order to feel the emotions, that's the most important part. Renowned neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza often explains it as follows. You need a clear intention, that is, brain coherence, and an elevated emotion, that is, heart coherence, in order for the individual to stop living in the past and create their desired future. This is because the human brain cannot tell the difference between a thought-based experience and an external experience. But for a thought-based experience to feel real, the emotions must be there. As we mentioned earlier in the video, the human body is designed to pick up on the external environment and then adapt the body and internal biology based on how we interact with that environment, so we can continually adjust. For example, when we see a predator, the body senses an emotion of fear and activates survival mode, thereby releasing certain chemicals that alter our biology to deal with danger. But this entire system is activated by the emotion that's perceived. As we all know, we can feel many emotions simply by recalling a familiar memory, listening to music, daydreaming about our future, or visualizing our goal. That's how we align our body with the frequency of our desire. By visualizing and imagining our desired future every day while feeling emotions like gratitude. We create new neural circuits linked to that desired future and embed emotions into them, which changes our internal biology and our vibratory frequency to align with our desire. That's how our body becomes a magnet, drawing in events aligned with that same frequency. In this case, the future of your dreams. Don't forget to grab your free training in the description and subscribe to the channel, plus give it a little thumbs up. Thank you, and I'll see you very soon in another video.